bit of a garlicky sense to it.
Yeah. And a kick.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name's Zach Osendorf, and you're watching The Wash. It's a show where it all comes out, and today I'm joined by Kelley Dixon of St. Croix Linen. Kelley, how are we doing today?
Good.
Good. How are you with hot foods, hot things?
Like 1 to 10, I think I can handle like a 4.
Okay.
So
all right.
we'll see how this goes.
We're gonna put that to the test today. I think so.
Okay.
So with that, let's jump in. Let's start from the beginning. What was life like growing up in Minnesota?
Ooh, good question. Well, I grew up on a lake, and it's the land of 10,000 lakes. So in the summer, we were always on the lake, water skiing, primarily water skiing. That's how my parents met. And just playing around on the lake, swimming, doing everything we possibly could on the lake. So that was a lot of fun.
What's your fondest memory of being on the lake?
I just remember a day when I was younger, and we had all our family over and friends over, and we were just hanging out, eating really good food, watermelon. Might have been like a 4th of July, and just on the boat water skiing all day long.
That's
so
fun.
That was a lot
Anytime
of fun.
you can get a boat on the lake,
Yes.
4th of July.
Absolutely.
Probably the most American thing you could do.
Exactly.
Awesome. It's a lot of fun.
Exactly.
So I hear you were pretty active in some different types of sports. Would you be able to share which sports you were involved in growing up?
Yeah, water skiing was one of them. That was a big one. I ended up traveling professionally for a while after college and going all over the world with water skiing. So that was awesome. That was really fun.
Talk to me more about that.
Yeah, I've been to China several times. Been to Lebanon several times, Jamaica, just some really cool places that it took me around the world to water ski. You didn't get paid for it, but
Right.
it was free to travel there. So, you
That's
know
always
what,
fun.
when you're a 22-year-old, it's like, heck yeah, I will take every trip you'll offer.
So is water skiing like a meet? Like how does like competition work for that?
Yeah, it's so what I do is called swivel skiing. So you're on one ski and then the binding spins around 360 degrees. So it's kind of like ballet on water a little bit.
Man.
So yeah.
Was
it's
that
awesome.
scary growing up, or did you just kind of like, scary at first, easy after that?
I don't remember. I started when I was 3.
Oh, man.
So yeah, my parents met water skiing,
Right.
and so that's what we've always done, and that was how I grew up.
That's
so
super cool. You never hear of people doing like water skiing and stuff. So that's actually the first for me. So
yeah.
That's that's cool.
Yeah, and it was invented here in Minnesota as well.
Was it really?
So, yeah.
All right, so let's talk family business. I hear your family's involved with the textile industry in more ways than just one. Kind of talk to me about that.
Yeah, my dad purchased a dry cleaner in 2001 with just 2 locations. So as I grew up through high school, it was my first job working at the laundromat. And then he grew that to about 20 plus locations right prior to COVID. I don't know how many he's got now, but around there. And so I kind of grew up in the dry cleaning industry, and I wasn't excited by dry cleaning at all. So I went to school for something completely different, and after a few years of working in the real world, so to speak, I came back to my dad and I said, I'd love to be a part of the dry cleaning business. And he said, great, I've got a great team, so you're gonna have to figure something else out. I'm not gonna fire anyone, just for my daughter.
Right.
So we found the linen industry and commercial laundry.
Yeah.
And we're about to purchase a real small player in the market, and long story, that kind of fell through, but through going to clean and starting to get interested in the commercial laundry industry, we decided to dive in
Right.
2017.
Do you remember your first job or your first job in the laundry industry? Some people start in that in the washroom and stuff like that. Like, did you start at the bottom, work your way up? How did that go?
Well, we had a very unique start. We actually had it was like an old plant that my dad had purchased in an acquisition. It was an old dry cleaning plant, but all the equipment was removed, so it was just an open facility. And luckily, from the laundry that had declared bankruptcy, there was about 14 employees that knew what they were doing. They knew how to do it, so they came on board with us. We were able to convince them to join us. And And so I was kind of from the get-go the general manager.
Yeah.
But I had to learn how to drive the big truck, just
Right.
in case the one driver we had called in sick. Had to learn how to run the washers, had to learn how to run the ironer, everything that we had. I had to be able to, I was kind of the backup. So not only was I customer service and sales and everything, I also had to kind of help run the production floor as well. So it was a little bit of everything. And then as we've grown, I've been able to hire and, certain areas.
So you're kind of the Swiss Army knife.
Yeah, yes.
You just about everything.
Very much so.
All right,
You
so
feel that one a little bit?
yeah, so Lola's actually pretty popular. It's from Des Moines. It's in the Des Moines airport all the time. I think that's where I see it the most. Just traveling all the time. But yeah, it's solely based in Des Moines. So name a risk that you took that really ended up being one of the best decisions you've ever made.
Probably deciding to start a commercial laundry. It was, I look back now and I had no idea what we were doing. We had no idea what we were getting into. I remember going to clean in, I think it was 2016, maybe 2017, and looking at those big bag systems on the floor at like Jensen and Cannegeezer and just like being in awe, like those are so cool. We'll never have that, but that's really cool, and now we have it. But it's been a wild ride, so it's been a lot of fun.
Yeah, I can assume walking in with nothing and just being kind of like, we got to build this from the ground up. Like,
yeah,
that's got to be kind of intimidating a little bit. Yeah,
absolutely.
So this one's called Explain That Graham. We take a deep dive into your social media or Instagram or something. We find a photo and you have to kind of explain it. You ready?
Oh, okay. That's in Beirut.
Yeah.
That's on one of these water skiing trips. And one of the days, our tour guides took us up on top of the hill and just said, anybody want to go for a hang glide, right? Parasailing.
Right.
We were like, sure. So standing up there, overlooking all of Beirut and the Mediterranean Sea, that was one of the coolest things I've ever done. It was really fun.
So how does how do you do that? How does parasailing work? Like, what is going on there?
So, you get strapped to someone behind you or in front of someone, and I'm not the tallest person in the world, but you're supposed to run off a cliff with them. But I was way too short, and so I'm just standing there hanging as this guy runs off a cliff, and we got caught by the sail.
Oh.
And it was the most terrifying thing ever to run and jump off a cliff, and then when the wind catches you, it's so freeing, it's so calming. It was really cool. So I don't know if I'd do it again, but
right. It's one of those bucket list things that you can check off.
Yeah, and to not have any idea that's what we were doing, it was a really cool surprise.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. That one's got a bit of a garlicky sense to it.
Yeah. And a kick.
It's a little bit, yeah. Kind of plays a trick on you too. It's like, here's some garlic, but also it's gonna come right back
punch.
through. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So can you explain to the viewers what St. Croix Linen is and its kind of origin and story and involvement in all of it? Kind of, where it started and where it is now.
Yeah, so we started in the, I'm sorry. Whew. We started in the airline industry, and our biggest customer was, and that's how we got started. And I had some great mentors from the company who does all the airlines. So, like Jeff Childers flew up for 2 months and trained me on how to run laundry, how to manage all the people on the production floor, how to manage your customers, how to manage, excuse me. It's like on the tip of my tongue. How to manage the laundry. And so I owe a ton of thanks to him. And then from that, we started getting phone calls from other other hotels and restaurants. And we decided, we can do this. So we are a hotel, restaurant, airline, laundry. Oh my gosh, it's on the tip of my tongue.
So when establishing St. Croix Linen, Who has helped guide you to where you are today?
So I mentioned Jeff Childers, huge help, huge guide. My dad has been hugely helpful. We work really well together, and he comes from the dry cleaning industry, so he's had a lot of fun learning the linen industry as well, and we've worked together. We're great partners, so that's been a lot of fun. And then we joined a cost group.
Yeah.
And just learned a ton from each of the members in that group. We've tried to visit as many laundries as we possibly can.
Yeah.
And I feel like you take a little nugget from every laundry that you visit.
Yep.
And it's just such a great industry. You know, everybody's so willing to share and support each other and help each other, and that's really where we've learned a ton.
All right, so what is your favorite part about working in the laundry industry? And was there a moment in your laundry career where you stopped and knew you'd work in this industry forever?
That was a big bite. Oh, don't touch my face.
No, there you go. There you go.
What do I like about it? I love that it's different every day. You learn something new every day.
Yeah.
I love in my role, I work with people, everybody. And I love that. And I don't know what the day's going to bring. And that's just been so much fun. Was there a moment I was going to be in it forever? There was a moment during COVID where I thought I'm not going to be in this anymore.
Yeah.
That was really hard. But then, you know, just having such a wonderful team, we pivoted a little bit and we decided, you know what, let's start focusing on restaurants. And there was a huge opening for that. And now it's grown so much and it's been so much fun. And I think looking back, like when we made that decision, that was, we're going to do this. We're going to make this work.
All right, so what is one piece of advice you would give someone who wishes to be successful in this industry?
Can't even talk. Have an open mind. Try to see other laundries. I think meet other people that are in the industry, because there's a moment of like commiseration that you can have of like, God, this industry is wild. And just everybody that I've met in the industry, it's so fun.
Right.
And I think that's part of why I'm going to stay in it forever too. Anyone that's coming to join it, yeah, just keep an open mind and get ready to work hard on some days. And you know, one of my managers always says, you know, we're working for those 2 days a year that it just goes, everything goes well, you know. And so it's always fun to chat with them when, you know, that we have one of those days, and it's like, this is one of those days. Just everything went perfectly, and yeah, you just got to be ready for that kind of an industry.
All right, well, Kelley, you've reached the top of the hot sauce mountain. This one's called the bomb. I will warn you. It's very hot.
I'm gonna die.
It's very hot. It's very hot, so be cautious. Or don't be cautious. You can do whatever you want. All right.
I'm really warm already.
It's actually a nice day here in Minnesota, too. It's not like negative 40 anymore. Yeah.
It is.
All right. Wing 10.
Okay. I'm like shaking. Oh my God.
Remember your eyes. Yep. You're doing good. You're doing good. All right. So you have done a lot of things that most people would never even think to do. What motivates you to keep pushing forward, and why do you do it all?
So I can eat that wing. Yeah. I have a 1-year-old now. She's my everything. And I think when I joined this industry, there was a part of me that there wasn't a lot of women kind of leaders in the industry. I've seen a lot more in the last couple of years, which has been awesome. But I just wanted to prove that like women can lead in this industry. Oh my gosh. And now I've got a little girl, and I want to empower her that she can lead, she can do anything. And so every day that's coming home and seeing her smile. It's just,
that's awesome.
that's what I look forward to.
Yeah, no, I've seen, even in the short 2 years I've been in the laundry industry too, it's kind of been like, you know, it's a male dominant industry, and I've seen a lot of women come into, you know, these higher end roles, and it's super cool to see. So it's awesome.
It's so fun.
Sorry, I'm making you talk a lot more.
I'm impressed I made it to 10, but
it's very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
What's this one called?
The bomb.
You're dead?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
It's got like a nuclear warhead on it. Yeah.
It does. Does it go away?
It does. Eventually it will go away, but Kelley, thank you so much for joining the wash today. If you guys like that, please like and subscribe to our YouTube channel down below. And Kelley, great job.
Yeah,
Great job.
thank you.